Well, hey everyone. I wanted to encourage you today with something that I discovered in my own life this past weekend. And I don't know about you, but this past weekend I came to the conclusion that there are so many voices entering into my life during this pandemic. I mean, I am hearing all kinds of voices from politicians to government to leaders, to pastors, to doctors, to nurses, to researchers, to scientists. I am glued to all the news about this pandemic, and all these voices are entering my life. And where I'm really struggling, where it's really overwhelming me, is they're saying different things. Have you noticed that? Like people that I even trust and respect, they disagree about whether we should open or reopen now or later, or whether we should wear masks or not wear masks, or what we need to be doing during this pandemic and this crisis. And I'm hearing all these voices in my life, and they're saying different things. And last weekend, I'm just like, I don't know who to believe anymore. I don't know who to trust anymore. And then I realized I'm listening way too much to all these other voices, and I'm not listening enough to God, to the voice of God. And last weekend I came to this conclusion. I have to limit the voices entering into my life right now and start simply focusing on the voice of God. I need to be listening to the voice of God, because His voice I can trust, because His voice never changes. I need to be listening more to His voice than any other voice. Now, I'm not suggesting we ignore all the information and ignore all the facts about what's going on right now. I do think we need to be good citizens and we need to understand what's going on. But I think we need to take the advice of the Bible when it says in Psalm 46, verse 10, it simply says this: "Be still and know that I am God." That's what Psalm 46:10 says. Now, I don't know about you, but I think I've been doing a pretty good job on that first part, the be still part, right? Because I pretty much over the last 10 weeks, I've been made to be still. I've been forced to be still, which has been a good thing. I've settled down. I have a little bit more time in my life, and maybe like you, I've been able to reflect a little bit more and slow down the pace of my life, and that's a good thing. But it's that second part that I think I, and maybe you, have struggled with, and that's be still and know that I am God. Because what I've discovered over the last 10 weeks, I'm listening more and more to many more voices than the voice of God. I'm listening to all the doctors and all the experts and all the nurses and all the scientists and all the political leaders and all the pastors that are giving me advice about where we are in this crisis. And I think we all just need to be still and get to know God. Listen more to the voice of God than any other voice. And so I want to encourage you with a couple of ways that here at Journey we are committed to helping you during this pandemic listen to the voice of God. Number one, we want to encourage you and remind you that we are still meeting as a church online at every Sunday morning at 9 a.m. And we want to encourage you, if you've gotten away from that, if you've gotten out of the habit of joining us for worship online, start getting back into that. 9 a.m. every Sunday through YouTube, through Facebook, or through our website. You can log in and you can check us out every Sunday live at 9 a.m. on those devices. Check our email for those links. But every Sunday we will have some great worship music to join together in. And then there will be a message from God's Word. We are right now in the middle of a series called Ready or Not, which is about how we thrive in the midst of a rapidly changing world. And I can't think of a better topic to be talking about right now than that. And so this Sunday we want to encourage you to engage with what's happening here at Journey Church by getting online at 9 a.m. on Sunday. And if you can't get online at 9 a.m., don't worry. YouTube, Facebook, and our website will have it on demand at any point after that service. So get on there and watch our services online. Number two is connect with us through our Zoom meetings throughout the week. We have several Bible studies that are still meeting, that are open and available. We have 2 on Monday night. We have 2 women's groups that are meeting throughout the week. We have kids meetings that are meeting on Sunday afternoons, teens that are meeting on Wednesdays. Connect with a group, a Bible study that will help you listen to the voice of God so that you get all those other voices out of your mind and so that you hear the voice of God with us as we learn together. All of the links of those Zoom meetings are found in your weekly email updates, so check those out. If you need to go back and check one of those out, it's easy to just click on that link and get you connected to that Zoom and the times that those Zoom meetings are happening. One final way to do that, and I've been encouraged with this, is our Zoom prayer meetings, which happens every Tuesday at 7 p.m. Again, there's a link in the email that you get that will direct you to that. But every Tuesday night at 7 p.m., we come together on Zoom during this pandemic to pray for our world, our country, our state, and our church, and all the needs of this pandemic. And so I don't know about you, but man, some days I feel very discouraged, and those have really helped me as we've come together and prayed and asked God to intercede on the behalf of all the needs of the people that we know within our church and within our communities and within our world, that we just lift up to God. So those are some ways, and we want to encourage you, don't get tired of engaging with what God's doing here at Journey Church so that we can gather together and listen to the voice of God more than any other voice in our lives, which is what I need, which is what you need. I love you. I hope that you will stay engaged and connected with what God's doing at Journey Church, what He wants for your life. Be still and know that He is God. Have a great rest of your week, and hopefully see you online this Sunday at 9 a.m.